So, as you can see by my outfit, I believe in magic. And it's true. And I pretty much have the mentality of a 12-year-old at all times. This is, you know, I can keep it under wraps sometimes to hold down a job, but mainly, I just want to climb trees and run around like a crazy maniac. So, it's been about maybe 2 years since I've had sex, and I really want to find somebody. But I'm looking for a life partner, not just a one-night stand, so it's a little bit more difficult to find, you know? Takes a little bit more time. So, I do some kind of crazy magic, woo-woo, you know, sing to the universe, make a shrine, kind of like juicy, get down with nature kind of ritual. You know you've done it. And it worked. And this is the story of how it worked. I go to this raw food potluck, which I should have known. And I find somebody of my tribe. Now this is a 6-year-old, not the person I'm going to be with later. Don't get any bad ideas. And we're running back and forth across the house with crayons, running up and down. There's a scroll of paper. We're scrolling, running, and making dragons, and screaming, and breaking crayons, and it's great. And all of a sudden it turns into us being gorillas, and we're running across the floor like gorillas, and a banana comes winging by my head from another direction. That's my mate. So, about 6 months later, we've been dating. It's fantastic. And I get this voice in my head, and I don't know if this is part of the magic woo-woo thing or whatever, but this voice is really, 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 really insistent. That voice that, like, it'd be like a really, really nagging mom when you're a teenager trying to wake you up when you're sleeping too late because school's already started about an hour ago, banging on the door. That's that voice. And the voice says, "You need to marry him." And I was like, "Voice, this is not a good time. I'm trying to concentrate here. You need to marry him. You need to marry him now." I was like, "Whoa, chill out. Like, we can take this chill. It's only been 6 months, blah, blah, blah." But the voice will not quit. So I decided to go with it. You know, I'm into magic. So I decide that I'm going to propose to him because that's the kind of person I am. And I decide that I'm not just going to propose because I don't really believe in the whole blood diamond thing and all that kind of shenanigans. I'm going to make the best 12-year-old proposition that my mind can come up with, which is a treasure hunt through Center City up onto the Ben Franklin Bridge. So I make this treasure and I photocopy his picture and I paste it all over Philadelphia and I hand it out to people and it has his name on it and I'm like, "If you see this guy, wish him good luck." And I'm thinking it might really freak him out, you know? And it does. And I planted my friend, and she hands him this packet of information, and I have stuff like glued up under the love statue, and I have stuff like stuffed into this crazy dragon lion thing in Chinatown in its mouth, and there's clues all over the place, and I'm like madly on my bicycle like in front of him with like flowers trailing off and like a stereo back there, and I'm like running, trying to get there faster than he does, and he's running because he's excited, and I'm like, "No, don't run so fast." And people are like, "Hey, run!" And he's like, "What? Did they just say my name?" No. And I've like talked to the park people in Franklin Square. I'm like, "If you see this guy, let him know." So he's running. And I'm putting up posters all up the Ben Franklin Bridge with poetry and everything. And then I'm waiting and waiting. And the cop on the bridge is like, "You shouldn't get married. I've been married 4 times. It's terrible." "Oh, well, I'm just going for 1, thanks." And then he comes up the bridge and he's reading the posters and he's dancing and he's laughing. And he picks me up and he spins me around, and I ask him, and he says yes.